Hello, hello everyone. We are here with Kaylah from Love After Lockup. Hello everyone in the chat. How are you doing today?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am good. I'm excited to be here with you finally.
I know a lot of people are excited in the chat. We're like, I can't wait to hear from Kaylah finally.
Oh, hi everyone.
So, what have you been up to since you did the show?
Uh-oh, I'm over here doing stuff. I'm trying to figure this out.
Oh no, you're fine.
Since the show, I've pretty much been just trying to get adjusted to Atlanta.
Yeah,
Yeah, with me moving here. So you know how normally you'll know what to do when you're, at home or in a familiar spot.
yeah,
But me here, like I didn't have a clue. So I was just like trying to figure it out. But it's coming along. So I've been doing that and working and really trying not to avoid media, but avoid media at the same
yeah.
time because I didn't want to be too busy. But here we are.
Yeah, you're a busy woman. I appreciate it. Like we planned this like a month ago because I've been trying to get you so busy.
Yes, I'm sorry, but I'm here. I am
Yeah,
here
I'm glad you're
present.
here. What
Thank
are you planning on
you.
staying in Atlanta long term?
It's a conversation, but right now, for right now, yeah, probably maybe
Yeah.
another year.
Yeah. Have you been making any friends or getting to know anybody out there really?
Oh yeah, I've definitely ran across a couple people, and I do hair, so I ended up with a couple clients as well. So
Oh,
it's
that's
it's
good.
moving. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's moving.
that's good. Hang on. In this interview was planned before Kiki and Kibbit. Someone's like, "Is this exclusive?" We've been talking about this for like a month.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's for sure. That is for sure. Very true.
How did you get on the show? Did they reach out to you or did you guys just reach out to them?
As far as the show is concerned, when we ended up getting on it, it's funny because me and him would have like this little joking session because I was a fan of Love After Lockup.
Oh, so you
And
watched it
so,
before?
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been a fan for like a couple of seasons now. And he had called one day and he's like, "What you doing?" And I'm like, watching, Love After Lockup. And he like, "What's that?" And I'm explaining it. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? I think that's us though. We probably should go on the show, but it's in a joking manner. So it's like a key.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it became closer to us for him to come home, actually, I was like, we should probably just go ahead and sign up. And he was like, if that's what you want to do. And I was like, yeah, let's just see.
Yeah.
And literally 2 days later or so, they ended up like calling and they wanted us. And I'm like, oh my God, like I didn't think that they would want us. Like I didn't feel like our life was that interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that happened. And maybe a week later, we started filming.
Oh wow, that was really
Yeah,
fast.
everything happened so fast. It was crazy.
Yeah. So how was your experience filming?
My experience filming, it was okay. I think it was his adjusting to, being out of prison and then all the lights, cameras, and
Yeah.
action and people, telling him what to do. And I think that kind of like got to him a bit, so it made filming a little bit harder.
Yeah.
So it was cool when it was just me at the beginning, but then when he came in, he kind of like put his foot down on a few things, and we were just like, okay, this isn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. So how were you able to stay down with Martell for 13 long years? Like I got to give you credit. I could not stay around that long.
I'm sorry, my light, but yeah. So when I ended up deciding to stay down with him, I don't think it was as complicated as people may think it was.
Hmm.
Only because I pretty much had my life. It's not like he stopped my life or was trying to, you know what I'm saying, like make it go in the angle of his or anything like that. It was just more or less a matter of just the communication. I had did really. I met him in high school,
Hmm.
right? So then I had graduated from high school and I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, so that I could go to college. So I did that right after, and then right after that, I was finding myself as far as like what job I wanted, what career path I wanted to go on.
Hmm.
So it wasn't like it was, like every single day it was about Martell. It wasn't that type of ordeal, no. So
So you
that's
guys
kind of
weren't like actually boyfriend and girlfriend when he first got locked up?
we were like pretty much entering into that point, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it just didn't happen
Yeah.
because of, the situation.
Yeah. Are you guys still together?
Yes, we are still together. Yes, ma'am.
How have things been going with you guys?
Everything is good. I think the transition itself has been much better than I thought it would be. I thought it would take a much longer time for him to get acclimated, but it didn't
Mm-hmm.
really take that much time for him to get acclimated. And us living together, like the show kind of made it like it was just this big old disaster waiting to happen, but it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Like, did you guys fight as much like as like the show made it appear? It made it appear like you guys were fighting all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I had said. Like once I watched it back, so like you don't get to see like the edits or how they're gonna display it
Yeah, how
on
they
TV.
yeah.
Yeah, but you know in your head what happened because you were there, you know?
Yeah.
And so once they had ended up showing everything, I was just like, there was so many. I mean, we filmed so much content, it doesn't even make any sense. And
Yeah.
a lot of that content they did not use. And I
Mm.
get they were trying to follow the storyline itself, but at the end of the day, it was just like, we're not only just fighting. What happens is the argument might happen, and then by the time they go to edit and put everything together, it makes up maybe 3 of the 10 episodes. So it
Yeah.
makes it seem so much more drawn out than what it really was.
Yeah. Do you guys have like issues communicating still, like about the oven and stuff?
Well, well, actually, no. I think that we have some balance in the house now, so we know who's responsible for
Oh,
what.
that's
Yeah,
good. Is
yeah,
he still trying to
absolutely.
go to the strip club all the time and go?
You know what? I don't mind it though. I think that's the
Yeah.
thing because I do go with him often as
Yeah.
well. So we'll do things like, you can go to the strip club to see the strippers. Yeah, granted, but there's other, you could play pool, you could
Yeah.
go to have a drink, you could
Go
go
eat.
socialize, go
Yeah.
eat. So it's not just the strippers.
Yeah. No, that's good. You guys have a trusting relationship like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys have okay, so you said you guys are living together, right?
Hmm.
Did hang on a second. Did you ever get your $35,000 engagement ring?
$35,000. Oh man. Okay. First of all, no. That did not happen and I was not looking forward to it to happen, okay?
Yeah.
Let me just clear the air with that one, right? So I
Okay.
feel like I say this a lot, but I guess this is one of the things that people really want to know. But during the interview, like you're sitting there and then, you have your full setup and during the setup, they prepare to ask you the questions.
Mhm.
So when she asked the question, she said, what is your dream wedding? So I went into explaining the details of red velvet cake, destination, wedding, guests can be there or not. It really doesn't matter as long as I have a good time, etc. So
Yeah.
at the end, kind of like that end line, I was like, so like in total, I think my wedding will be about $30,000. And all of
Oh.
a sudden, my whole ring is $30,000.
Oh man.
And I'm like, oh my God. First of all, that's very expensive. That's very expensive for a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, no, it's not that. So it's the overall wedding is what the $30,000 was about. It wasn't just the ring. No.
Okay, that's good to know. I was gonna ask you, what did Martell think when he heard that?
Actually, that's still a good question because he heard it. He doesn't
Yeah.
even, but he heard it, and when he heard it, he said, "Damn, babe, that's expensive." I said, "I
Yeah.
know, right?" And then I told him, and he was like, "Oh shit, yeah, okay." But he's been through the interview process, and he kind of knows how things can get,
Yeah, they kind of
So he,
ask leading questions and kind of directed. Like I heard Lindsay and Deontay talking about like Deontay his last episode. They're talking about he's like King Dingaling, the name for his package, and he was saying like they're pretty much trying to get Lindsay to say, "Well, what would you name your vagina?" Like so they could get that clip, to
what?
add the
Oh, that is. I don't know if I would laugh at that or if I would be offended. I'm not sure.
yeah.
But yeah, you know what I mean. So that's kind of like how that happened with the whole ring situation.
Okay, that's good to know. Because I was
Yeah.
like, man, Martell's gonna be like, what did I get myself into?
He probably still like that today. It ain't a ring, but other things.
Do you guys have any talks of marriage or wedding in the future?
Actually, we do. We have well, we don't have like full throttle conversations. It'll be like something that might happen or come up, or a song that might come up, and it'll like lead to that conversation. But
Yeah.
nothing like really in depth or in detail. No. Mm-mm.
Do either one of you guys have kids from like previous relationships?
You know what? That is a good question. You actually asked a really good question because no one has asked me this.
Yeah.
And actually, no, neither one of us have children. So if we do decide to have a child together, it would be both of our first.
Oh, that's good. That's exciting.
Yeah.
You guys talking about any kids?
It has been mentioned as well, but no like major movement on it. No.
Yeah.
Well, of course you have sex, but you know what I'm
Are
saying.
you preventing it, or if
No,
it
I'm not
happens?
preventing it. So if it happens, then you know it happens.
Yeah.
But am I trying to stop it at the same time? No.
Yeah. How you guys been together like what, 14, 15 years now? That's
You know
crazy.
what? As of what June, it would be 14 years.
Oh wow. So, let me see. Is he on parole or probation still? And like for how long if he is?
All that I know in regards to that, because honestly, after a while, when you're dealing with the situation, you really want to know less. You know what I mean? You really
Yeah.
want to know less. So all I know is as far as like he is on probation, I want to say, and it's like a 3 year situation, something with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still pretty close with his family?
Oh yeah, absolutely. His mom just had a birthday and his dad did too, so
Oh,
it's
that's
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Um, okay, so let me see. During the show, they made it sound like I thought the storyline direction instead of like the oven and stuff, I thought they were gonna go with the direction about you telling Martell you were talking to other people while he's in prison.
Hmm.
What did he have to say about that when he found out? Because I never really like have you told him? Does he know?
I think with that is, you know what? He doesn't watch TV, so
Oh,
he
really?
does not watch the show. So like as far as everything that we filmed and being on TV, like you can't ask him a question about it because he doesn't know what they put on there.
Oh,
So
really?
normally that's why you see just me doing interviews and really talking about it because he knows what happened because he was there. And I
Yeah.
think that's the only perspective that he has. He doesn't know about the edits and how they went about doing it.
Hmm.
Some people might come up to him and may say something. I'm not sure. He hasn't mentioned that. But when it comes to the situation of me and having that relationship outside of him, the funny part about it is even during the interviews, I was discussing with them that he knew. And whenever it came about on the season, they made it as though he didn't know.
Oh, like that was gonna be that's what I thought the big bomb was
Right.
gonna be instead of like the oven.
No, no bomb. So people's like, oh, she hasn't been faithful all 13 years and all of this and all of that. But you have to think about it. If you're really keeping it authentic and real, I'm a human being. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? So I'm going to, and I'm a grown ass woman. I'm sorry, I
yeah.
don't know if you could cuss or not,
No,
but
you're fine.
but I'm a grown ass woman. So when it comes down to me not having sex for that long of a period of time, can
Yeah,
you imagine how miserable I probably would have been?
yeah,
you know so that is not cool. So I did, in fact, the way that I went about it was no secret. I'm sorry for my light as well.
no, my light does that all the time too, especially with
Yeah,
my daughter around.
but it was no secret that I was having sexual relationships
Yeah,
with a particular guy. This guy was no stranger or anything like that. And kind of like when it happened and I told him initially, he never asked me to not have sex with anyone. He never asked me
yeah,
to not live my life. And I think that's a misconception that people have. He never said that. What he said was to not have any children on him. And I feel like I
mhm,
did a good job because I don't have no
yeah.
children.
Yeah, and I think he knew, like, if he had that long to straight ask someone, like, you got to, right, hold me down for the next 12 years.
Yeah,
You can't
point no
talk to
fair.
anybody. That's
He,
asking for a lot.
right. He was very fair when it came down to it. Not that he was the only one making up, decisions or what it is that we were going to do. But I
Yeah,
think that it was definitely feasible, being that, my upbringing wasn't the best. And I do want to have like together, like a full parent home and all of that. So it's not
yeah.
something we're rushing. He's still transitioning from the 13 years.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think he was keeping his options open? Like when do you think he was writing other people or talking to other people while he's locked up?
You know what? I can't answer that from his perspective, but what I
Yeah,
will tell you that if it was me, I probably would be.
yeah,
Because you got to think like I'm not going to only want to talk to you, Amber. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
not. So
And you
I
never
hope.
know. Like Kayla might change her mind. You need to have someone
Yeah,
who's in a way.
like you keeping it open. I think that he knew and knows what we have, but I
Yeah.
don't think that I was the only person he was writing letters and talking to. No.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
ever know who that Anna girl was that they tried to make it sound like was calling him? He was talking to.
That is so freaking hilarious because he didn't even know that that was on the show because he
Yeah.
doesn't watch the show. So when
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, "Well, babe, who's Anna?" And he was like, "Well, who the fuck is Anna? You asking me? I don't know who Anna is." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Anna is the girl that, called you while you were filming during your interview." And he
Yeah.
just bust out laughing. And he said he did that because he said he did that because the producer kept on asking him invasive questions.
Yeah. That's you like, who's calling you? Who's texting you? Let me
Yeah.
see it.
I was laughing so hard when he had said, when I seen it, I was laughing because I know Anna's not even, And then when I asked him about it, I laughed even harder because I know how filming works and it can get aggravating sometimes.
Yeah. And I could
Yeah.
tell with like his face too. He was like cheesing so hard. And I was like, okay, there's something up with this one.
Because he plays too much. He really has a good sense of humor and he's very silly. It's sad that you guys weren't able to see that part of him.
Yeah. Would you guys do another season if they offered it to you guys?
I think that we would definitely do another season, but I think with being familiar with it now
Mm-hmm.
and how the process works, I think that, that might make it a little smoother. And plus he has gotten, more used to being home and stuff like that. So hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Is he working and everything now?
Yeah, he works for a trucking company.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Whenever you're a felon, you can make good money that way.
Exactly. He had to do some classes and stuff like that, but he
Yeah,
did. Hmm.
it's definitely well worth. Well, what is your and you have a business? So tell me about your business. And is this like a full time thing, a side hustle?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a side hustle. It's called Levels Inc. It's a hair extension company. I do have a website. It's levelsinc.org. If you want to purchase any hair extensions or if you want like the tape ins or anything like that, you'll just send me a message on there and then
Mhm.
I'll like colorize your hair color and stuff like that. And I also install the hair as well. So
That's
it is more of
awesome.
a hustle, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I left it linked in the description, everything too, so people can go find you. How's your YouTube channel going? You gonna upload more on there?
I am really trying, Amber. It's a lot of work, like working
It
full
is.
time and then doing that and
Yeah,
like wanting to keep the people updated, but then like, okay, wait, I got to do this real quick. So I'm trying to become
yeah,
better with it, but yeah, I'm still going to do it. I want to try to transition into more of my personal life as far as like blogging and
yeah,
stuff like that. So it's not really just all
yeah.
about the show.
Yeah, or you could even cover like hair and stuff like that, or bring Martell
Yeah.
on sometimes. I'm sure people would love to see that.
He would act a fool. I would definitely bring him on, but he will act up. He'll start thinking he's a producer in his head or something. Like, dude, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, he don't really do social media, does he?
Not at all. He doesn't do social media. He doesn't watch a lot of TV. None of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Let me see. Do you, do you feel like you and Martell were both like portrayed accurately on the show? Besides, like them mainly focusing on your fights. When you said you guys didn't fight that much, was there? Do you feel like you're
Um,
portrayed the way, or do you think there's any misconceptions?
I would say we were pretty. Well, I say most overall everything was pretty authentic because it really did happen.
Yeah.
I think the misconception or what I would have liked them to do more of is probably like show more of the exciting parts of the relationship as opposed to all of the arguing. But I understand they have to put it into a certain amount of like episodes or whatever, and you only get like a couple minutes. So ultimately, I get it, but I would have liked to see more of his goofy side and not him so being so serious. He was so serious all season. It's like, oh God, who's that guy?
Oh yeah, he seems scary. Like
Yeah, like who is that guy? I didn't
yeah.
know him.
Do you guys have any? Do you have any big plans for the future or anything coming up? Exciting projects?
Well, right now, no. I'm just gonna try to push the YouTube situation,
Yeah.
and that way I can kind of like get it more into interacting with the people and finding out what they like and what they don't like and what they want from me. So I just want to become more engaging with everyone. I don't feel like I'm as engaged as I should be.
Yeah. Well, YouTube's a good start. Are you going to cover this season of Love After Lockup or Life After?
um Not life after. I want to kind of like transition from that altogether, like get to
Yeah.
the whole, like just me, just the things that I do on a daily basis,
Yeah.
different business ideas, answering questions, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much all the questions I have for you today. Is there anything else that you want to? Someone said you're so beautiful. You're one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't even see. This is all new to me. Casey, is that what her name is?
Cassie, I think.
Cassie, gotcha. Thank you. I can't even see the chat. Why can't I see the chat? Is that just me?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it might be like that from your side. But if you go back and watch it afterwards, you can watch it on like pop up on the side. It'll show the live chat.
Okay, perfect.
But
And
yeah, is there? And I got your Instagram link, your YouTube, your business. Is there anywhere else that you want people to go follow you out, where they can check you out on?
no, those two are pretty much it. That's where you can find me at. And if you have any questions for me, just go to my YouTube. And if you leave a comment on any of the videos, I'll more than likely get it so I can respond back. But just
Okay.
stay positive, no negativity.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being here with me. I enjoyed chatting with you.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad we were able to actually connect. And I wish you the best on everything. Oh my
Yes,
God. So
thank
exciting.
you. I know I
Thank
got
you.
2 more weeks to go. I was scared. I didn't
Oh,
think we were gonna do this because I was like starting to get scared, like having like little mini contractions. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna pop
oh.
this baby out. But thank God it's still in there.
Yeah, there you go. You make sure you max and relax until the baby comes.
Yes. But yes, I wish you the best, much success. Thank you to
Oh,
everybody in the chat for being
thank
here.
you all. Thank you so much. And
Yes.
thank you for having me. I
Yes, no
appreciate it.
problem. You're welcome back anytime.
And thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye. You
Bye.
too.